this thing on?
Is that true? Who decided this? Every girl needs a bag of chips.
Whether or not these are valid sources, debatable.
Guess who's back? Welcome back to Valid Source.
Valid Source?
Colorado's favorite podcast about the things the internet swears are true. I'm Harley, and this is Ashley.
And we're two curious ladies who decided if we're going to spend 3 hours going down a research rabbit hole, we might as well press record. You were thinking it.
We said it. Let's go. Okay, Ashley.
Harley.
What is new?
What is new? I don't have a lot of new things going on because I'm a boring woman.
You're going to be speaking in front of a lot of people.
Oh, I am going to be speaking in front of a lot of people. I was just going to say the most exciting thing I've done, though, is my taxes.
Boo. That's so lame.
That is what I've been doing. I did get a pedicure the other day with some friends. That was nice.
That is nice.
Yeah. My toes are looking really cute. Nice and pink.
I hate feet.
I hate feet too. One of my brothers would put his feet near me to freak me out, and it worked. I mean, every single time I would just freak out. So
yeah, I don't
think
want
they're
to
gross.
leave a card out on the table that I have about socks. Really don't like socks,
Oh,
but I'm not
no.
giving you the gist of why or what.
Please don't make it an episode ever. Promise me.
I promise. I will never give that up.
Thank you. I don't think we valid sources want to hear that.
No. Okay, but you're speaking.
I'm
front
going to
of
speak
people?
in front of a few people. Just a few. I don't know how many, to be honest.
Okay.
So.
I got hit in a parking lot again.
Yes.
I ordered a 24/7 360 camera for my car because I'm coming for you.
You.
Just do the right thing. That's
Yeah.
all.
I agree.
If you hit something, I get it. I've done it. I've left my information though.
I don't think I've ever done that. Go find another spot.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Because
some people try to squeeze in, and it's the other two are very close. Don't do it. Just go a little further.
Yeah.
Get some steps in.
I'm a person who parks far away too. So if you're parking by me and you hit my car, you have a problem.
Yes.
Sorry. Anyway.
I'm sorry that your car is a continuous victim out there.
It's okay. It's just a car.
It's just a car. But still.
But it's my
not great.
car.
Yeah. we pay a lot for these things. I don't want
Mhm.
things to get, yeah.
But aside from that,
Mm-hmm.
I've really been into Coachella.
Oh,
Stuff.
nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Obviously, I'm not there. It's happening.
Yep. We can go next year. We can make a business plan.
That's my goal.
If you guys subscribe, we can report back.
Mm-hmm.
We need a lot of you, though.
A lot.
A lot.
And if a celebrity sees us and wants to just,
Yeah, if you want
Support.
some valid sources on the stage.
I'm pretty good at creative stuff,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
I'm good at validating feelings. So if a
Oh,
celebrity is upset at someone, I'd be like, yeah, they were wrong. That's
Wow.
right.
she is good at that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I am really good at that. You know how ChatGPT is always like, you're right.
Ooh, no. I don't ask.
What?
No. I just give it a prompt. I'm
No,
like,
okay,
please
you
do
prompt
this
it.
for me.
And then you say your answer was wrong, bro. It's like, oh, you're right.
No, I've never done that.
Oh, you.
I fact checked stuff, but I'm never
I correct
arguing.
him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I
how they
tell
learn.
him.
Good job.
You're welcome, everyone.
She's
I'm
doing a
training him
service.
for you guys.
Coachella.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything about Coachella?
Nothing at all. I've heard.
You haven't seen anything at all?
I've heard Sabrina Carpenter was there. I heard Justin Bieber was there. I heard there's 40 artists.
I don't know for sure how many are there. I just know I'm obsessed with Justin Bieber.
Mm.
I've always been a believer, and I know he was there. I did see his set, and it's good and it's very nostalgic, but it was kind of lacking some production value in comparison to like I heard Sabrina Carpenter's was amazing. I honestly haven't seen anything about it. I searched her feed and everything and I just saw pictures. I didn't see any live stream of it.
I was gonna ask, did he perform in boxers again, or was that on?
Oh, Justin Bieber, no.
Just checking.
He actually
Women perform in their underwear all the time.
That's true.
If you think about it,
Yeah. Who else was?
all women have performed in
Okay.
essentially.
Sabrina Carpenter literally is in lingerie.
Yes, that's why I'm like, honestly,
It's
he's just
okay.
trying to copy the ladies. Trying to be
Fair
cool.
enough. They're
He's trying
just
to be cool
shorts.
like us. Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
He brought his computer on stage and was asking for the people in the audience to tell him what he should look up. In YouTube, he's searching the songs that he's gonna sing, but he sings along with the old song.
Oh, okay.
Which is amazing for a nostalgic perspective, but he didn't put a whole lot in.
He was just trying to like have the crowd be involved, but like I didn't have anything prepared.
Also, I'm like, that's kind of a cool artist take on it too.
I think so. He tried something different. We can give him that credit.
Yeah, I saw there was a video of Katy Perry and she was in the crowd at his concert and she said, "Oh, thank God he pays for YouTube Premium."
I know. I actually was thinking that when you said that. I was like, I hope he paid for it.
Oh yeah, so there were no ads.
Okay, nice.
Good job, Justin Bieber.
That was smart. Whoever told him to do that, good job.
What other celebrity gossip? So
I actually haven't really been up to date with celebrity gossip this week.
I've seen some stories on Jessie from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yeah, she's been posting videos. She posted a video with a guy.
Yes, but no one knows who
and
the
she
guy
did
is.
something with Marciano.
I saw the Marciano thing, but I didn't even recognize him.
Me neither.
I don't know why.
So I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't seen much from them either.
Okay. Well, I guess we're a little lackluster on the celebrity gossip. No one got crazy at Coachella.
I think that's the theme that this week. That's what's popular. So that's probably what we're not seeing a lot of.
That means that their lives are going well.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the episode.
Ooh, what do you have for us today?
I have a question for you to segment into this. Have you ever experienced walking into a room and you feel like you've had this exact moment before? Like you literally lived this?
Yes. I actually have an exact thing that was really creepy that I'm like,
ooh, tell.
I have a friend that was trying to convince me to do something, and it was a very businessy thing.
Okay.
And I was invited to a place, and I swear I had either dreamed it or already was there. So after the thing, I was like, whoa, it's so weird. I think I already went through this, and I hadn't.
Interesting. Okay.
Even like the people that were there, I had felt.
Oh, wow.
There were like 5 other people in like this meeting. We'll just call it our meeting.
Weird. Okay. And did you like dream about it or something? Or?
I thought that I had dreamed of it, yes.
Okay, but you don't know.
I don't really know. It just felt like I had already been there and I had already done that.
Interesting. Today's topic, we are going to be talking about déjà vu, which you explained a scenario in your own life. Would you consider it as déjà vu?
Yes.
Okay. So the literal translation of déjà vu is it comes from a French saying. It means already seen. According to Dr. Akira O'Connor, our brains are filing experiences and visuals incorrectly, and that's why we have déjà vu.
That's like a memory problem?
It's a conflict between a sensation of familiarity and the awareness that is incorrect.
It's a mistake?
Essentially, is what Dr. Akira claims. It's a sign of quality control. Dr. O'Connor says that a healthy adult experiences deja vu roughly once a month on average. What do you consider healthy?
That makes no sense. Don't think that sounds healthy.
No, sorry, Dr. O'Connor.
So I'm unhealthy because I'm not having deja vu. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't agree. O'Connor also believes that people who experience deja vu have traveled more frequently.
We don't have money to experience traveling.
Nope.
So we can't experience deja vus. It's not about being healthy.
It's about being rich.
Yeah, that's our problem. There we go.
Or you can watch a lot of films.
Oh.
So people who remember their dreams are apparently more susceptible to having deja vu. The common thread is high environmental exposure and a strong pattern of recognition habits. The frontal regions of your brain become slightly less efficient over time, which makes sense because
Yeah.
I think that just happens with everything.
Yeah. We can accept that.
So getting deja vu is a sign of a younger, more active fact checking system. Dr. Akira, you have hurt me.
I think I would have been fine with all the other information. I just didn't like that she was just throwing shade at unhealthy adults. I just want to say, I was cool with the beginning information that I should travel more. I agree, Akira, but where's the money? Also,
Indeed.
how would traveling help? Like, I just don't get it.
Because it says that sights, sounds, and smells are like the most powerful recognition memory source.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think when you travel, you experience more sights, more smells, more sounds.
Which is why the movies would also work because you're seeing different sights.
So a familiar scent in an unfamiliar place can honestly fire a memory association so strong that it might feel like you've already experienced it before. So there are essentially 4 theories that go along with deja vu. And the first theory is attentional theory. It's the autopilot. So your brain processes a scene while you're distracted. You could see something out of the corner of your eye. You're not paying attention fully. And then reprocesses it when you focus. I don't like this theory.
But this makes me think, do we know if people with like ADHD experience more deja vu than people, what is it called, neurotypical?
Yeah.
I'm wondering because I think I have ADHD.
You for sure have
ADHD. Thank you. So I'll do what you're saying where it's like, okay, I'm paying attention to this and then I come back to what I was doing. So I'm wondering if that's why I felt that I had deja vu, because maybe I disconnected and by reconnecting, I felt like it happened, but it was that same moment. I'm using another lens.
Right. Okay. Very good.
I like science.
So the second theory is dual processing. It's the lag. This is like when audio and video are out of sync. So it just takes a second for your brain to register what's going on. Familiarity fires, and before the context can arrive, your brain is storing it in a different area. Dr. Akira O'Connor states 2 things are happening simultaneously. Your brain says, I know this. And your brain also says, wait, that can't be true. The awareness and catching yourself is actually what makes it deja vu and not just like a normal memory error.
And it makes sense because it's not an old memory. So you're not pulling it. Mm-hmm. You're trying to save it on a disk. But like at the same time, you're processing it. The brain's like, whoa, something's off here. I can understand why it's a little confused and why you're more hyper aware of it.
Most memory errors you don't actually catch. You just misremember and move on. That's why a lot of times when we recall events, it's warped and we can't necessarily trust our memory.
Which is why we're bad witnesses.
So now we're going to dive into the history of deja vu and like why humans have always had it, but they haven't necessarily had a name. For most of human history, there was no scientific vocabulary for what deja vu is. And people experienced it, found it strange, and reached for frameworks they had spiritually. So St. Augustine of Hippo described false memories where present moments seem to echo past ones. He attributed it to distortions in how humans perceive time versus divine eternity.
I like his version so much.
Yeah. Similar concepts appear across Buddhist and Hindu traditions as well, and in various spiritual frameworks across cultures, often interpreted as evidence of past lives or prophet experience. And the formal naming didn't happen until the late 1800s.
Oh, wow.
In 1876, a French philosopher and parapsychologist named Emily Biorak wrote a letter to the editor of the Revue Philosophique, a French philosophy journal. He described le sentiment de déjà vu.
Oh, the feeling of deja vu. I know what it means. I don't know French, but because it's a Latin, it sounds just like Spanish.
That was exactly it.
Le sentiment would be el sentimiento, which means
very
feeling.
similar.
That was weird, but
You clicked.
yeah.
So when he wrote to the journal, he had written about an experience where he was standing before a monument that he had never actually stood in front of. He said he was
That he had never been there, but he felt like he had.
Yeah, think about how much you're traveling back then. Not a lot.
No, these people are not traveling.
They don't have
Those courses
planes.
aren't getting very far.
And boats took forever to get anywhere. But he took this story that he had written in the journal and he labeled it as illusion of memory. So around this time, there were also other people who were circulating different names for this. But in 1896, French psychiatrist F.L. Arnaud formally proposed déjà vu at a meeting of the French Medico-Psychological Society, arguing it was more precise than the alternatives. The term déjà vu won.
I mean, obviously. Also, the fact that we have to like propose this at a meeting.
I agree.
Like, just call it what you want to call it. I don't think we need to be like, hey, hold on, guys. I have an idea for this word. I didn't know we were getting so formal with words.
Well, I think it's because in the early 1900s, that's when they finally put it into scientific vocabulary so they could publish it. So there's another philosopher called Jung, and Jung suggested that déjà vu came from collective unconscious, which is like a shared pool of human memory. So like all of human experiences.
I don't like this theory.
I don't like his theory either.
So like all of our memories are going into a pot and we share them?
Kind of. And so déjà vu would be extracting one
from somebody
piece.
else's?
Yeah.
No, we're not airdropping each other memories.
No, but it's kind of an interesting thought. Like if you see something and then I have a déjà vu moment and then I see what you saw through your own eyes. That's a crazy thought. But it has been argued and they don't necessarily believe in it.
I'm okay with it a little bit because I think of Love is Blind, right? They haven't seen their person, but based on how that person talks, they kind of picture or imagine a physique. So like if somebody describes to you like, oh my God, I met this guy and he's so handsome, he's blonde, like you start to make a picture, but I don't think you would feel, because haven't you gotten it wrong before?
Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen a radio show host?
Okay,
that
yes,
you have
that's
never
a really
seen?
Good. Yes. Where you're like, I thought they were going to look like this.
Completely different.
Yes.
Whoa. Dude, you should be like a Freud. You just have to come up with theories and
I gotta write letters.
Yes.
Harley. I gotta send letters everywhere.
Put them in a book. Let's get popular.
I got theories. My brain can make a million theories, okay? I just won't act on them. But you could write the letters for me.
Maybe I'm not the right person to like challenge your theories though, too, you know?
I think it comes from generational trauma or experiences, not from a pot where everybody's memories is, but from a pot of your body and DNA.
Okay. I think you need to write it down.
Okay.
There's also another theory where there is a connection between epilepsy and déjà vu. In 1870, a young doctor noticed that intense reoccurring déjà vu often showed up right before his epileptic seizures.
Didn't the other philosopher say that healthy people have more déjà vu? And then this one's saying, oh, right before I have an epileptic episode, I get déjà vu. I need people to understand and make a decision, because that sounds contradictory.
That's what this whole concept is. It's so crazy
Okay.
because it's like there's answers, but there's not.
Because
So,
usually you could have epilepsy if you have stress or if you're around a chemical and you don't know, right? Like
Yeah.
these are side effects to something's wrong.
yeah, people with temporal lobe epilepsy often experience deja vu as part of their seizure aura. So, a few minutes before they're about to have a seizure, they feel like they've gone through this exact experience.
I don't know about epilepsy as much to be able to give an opinion.
I would like to preface, though, occasional deja vu does not mean that you're having a seizure. It just has been more prominent where they have taken note of it and said that deja vu could happen
That makes
prior.
sense.
Yeah. There are two different types, right? We've talked about familiarity and how that can attribute to deja vu. And then there's recollection. Recollection, you remember something and you know where it came from. Familiarity is something feels recognized, but you can't access the source of the memory. So deja vu is believed to be the form of familiarity-based recognition. The emotional fingerprint of a memory fires without the actual file attached.
Okay.
There are 4 main theories to deja vu. The attentional theory, which is when you're distracted or on autopilot and your brain processes the environment subconsciously, but only partially.
That one I feel like I can get behind.
I agree. When your full attention returns moments later, the brain has already started encoding the scene as a memory fragment. And the second experience of the same scene feels like a memory because technically the brain began filing it during that first process that you saw it. This is like if you were to fold laundry while you're distracted, your phone interrupts, you return to folding, and it feels weirdly familiar. That would be kind of an instance that I've had before. It's something
you have it with chores.
Yeah. I'm like Cinderella in my own brain.
Yes, you're Cinderella.
Wow.
Some people get it with statues.
Yeah.
Others get it with presentations.
Or dishes.
That's you again.
Yes.
The Cinderella syndrome.
Cinderella syndrome. I wonder if that's a thing.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm coining it.
Then there's theory 2, which is the dual processing theory. Familiarity and memory retrieval normally run in sync, but this theory proposes they occasionally fall fractionally out of sync. So just a tiny bit of lag. The familiarity signal fires first before the retrieval system has context to attach to it. You feel this is familiar before the part of your brain that knows why has actually caught up. And then there is the third theory, spatial layout or familiarity theory.
Oh, I thought this was something I'm excited about. I was like, this is it.
No.
We're all here for the time traveling.
I know, I'm sorry. That's my favorite one too. This spatial layout is developed by Dr. Ann Cleary at Colorado State University.
Ooh, Colorado.
She built what she calls a deja vu generator using virtual reality.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? She constructed scenes from the same spatial layout,
I love this person.
but completely different appearances. So like a hospital hallway and a nightclub with identical geometry. When participants viewed the second scene, they reported deja vu significantly more often if it shared the spatial structure with something they'd previously seen, even when they couldn't consciously recognize the similarity.
Okay.
I could see that happen.
Me too. Where you could be like familiar with something.
Yeah.
And you're just so familiar that in this case it's a layout, but I can understand how that
Yeah.
could cause deja vu. without you noticing it.
So her thought is your brain recognizes the underlying geometry even when the surface is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
In 2025, there was a study in consciousness and cognition found that deja vu also creates a feeling of prediction, that you know what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Cleary tested this in VR and said the participants experiencing deja vu were convinced they could predict which way the virtual camera would turn, even though turns were completely random based on the layout.
Yeah.
Even more striking, after the turn happened, participants reported they had known it was coming.
Even though they were wrong.
That's weird. I think we're just playing tricks on our brain now.
Mm-hmm. Our brain is scary.
Your brain retroactively writes a narrative of, I predicted this.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time.
I know people that do that. But I really like the saying, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The fourth theory is the neurological theory. The hippocampus, which is where your short-term memory filing system is, sits inside your temporal lobe in your brain. And deja vu may result from a disruption in communication between these two areas. The familiarity signal fires without the associated memory content. Does this make sense? Okay. The hippocampus.
Uh-huh.
The short,
yeah.
yeah. That's the short-term memory part of your brain. And then the temporal lobe stores long-term information.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So deja vu may result from your hippocampus transferring memories to your temporal lobe, but it's delaying, and the familiarity signals fire without the associated memory content. And you're getting the emotional response of recognition without the file actually being there to reference. Now we're going to get into conspiracies.
Yes. And this is why we're here today. Those sources have arrived.
Whether or not these are valid sources, these are theories, just like previously. Okay. Obviously, the doctors have scientific data to back them up on their theories.
Yep.
We're just going to jump right into human history. People had 0 brain scanners. Okay, for a very long time.
Exactly.
This is a new thing.
Yep.
People have experienced deja vu for so long, and it's uncanny. What is this experience, and why do we all have it?
Also, we didn't even have a word for it before, so.
Till the early
Yeah.
1900s,
Poor
yes.
people.
So,
Can you imagine yourself explaining it?
no.
It's like, you say deja vu, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Now they do.
But you have to be like, oh, I had this memory, but I had already had it. But I never had it before. And then people are looking at you like, you're dumb.
Thank you to the French.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Love that you wrote that letter.
So the conspiracy theories, okay, the big theories. Number 1.
Oh, past lives.
So past lives or reincarnation is this concept. Oldest and most enduring explanation across different cultures of deja vu.
That's a good one, but I don't know why I didn't think about that. I went with generational trauma.
That was pretty good, though.
Yeah.
The idea is when you feel you've been somewhere before, you have in a previous life. A sensory trigger like a smell, geometry, a face, it unlocks a memory fragmented from a past experience that your current consciousness can't fully process, but you know that you've seen this before. This can be found in Buddhist, Hindu, and various other spiritual traditions worldwide. Not a foreign concept to any of us. I know Native American culture has stuff similar to this. Even St. Augustine was essentially describing this in 400 AD.
Yep.
And honestly, probably before it. It's emotionally satisfying. It turns a disorienting experience into a meaningful one. So you feel like there's a reason.
Like it was important.
Yeah.
Like, I'm meant to be here.
The other theory, simulation theory, or glitch in the matrix. It states that our reality is a computer system simulation.
Mhm.
And it has been taken serious by physicists and philosophers.
I don't want to be woken up. Would you take the pill that wakes you up?
No.
Okay, me neither.
Like, I didn't watch The Matrix.
There's a blue pill and a red pill. I
Yeah.
don't know which that's one, but one keeps you in your fake world.
Your simulation.
Yeah, but you know it's fake. So it kind of sucks that you know this.
Forever?
You know it's fake. You know it is.
Oh.
And then the other one wakes you up. And then you go to the other world, which you have no idea what it's like. Are you staying or are you going? You can't go back. Whatever you choose, you can't change your mind.
I kind of like a straight up answer. I don't want you to lie to me, So I feel like I almost should take the pill to make me wake up.
Out?
I think so, because we created the simulation that we would live in with the other pill based on the Matrix movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I would want to figure out how we can achieve that.
I think I just want to be left alone.
But the whole time.
I know, but I kind of like the simulation.
Okay. I don't know.
I worked hard on my simulation. I don't know. Sometimes I think ignorance is bliss.
I do think ignorance is bliss. But if you know it's fake, everything is fake.
I'm fine.
Great job about bringing on the Matrix, though, because in 1999, that was very popular, this concept. And so this is what they played on, was Trinity tells Neo that déjà vu means the simulation has changed something.
Oh, wow. They rewrote the script, right? Like they changed the code.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
I know. This is... Okay, this is my favorite part, the conspiracies.
I like the conspiracies too. The third conspiracy theory is the parallel universe or multiverse theory.
Yes, which is very popular right now.
This states that the multiverse is a legitimate concept in theoretical physics. The idea that infinite parallel versions of our universe exist simultaneously. During déjà vu, your consciousness briefly syncs with a parallel version of yourself who is in that moment for the second time. Which honestly, I get behind this theory.
I can get behind this one too.
There is no direct scientific evidence, however, but the underlying multi-universe framework is real science, even if déjà vu connection is speculative. The fourth conspiracy. There's 5 that we're talking about, but the fourth is prophet dreams.
Oh, okay.
We dream constantly. We forget most of it, right? But this theory says that some real life events coincidentally resemble forgotten dreams. When they happen, we recognize them as subconsciously producing déjà vu. So yes,
I can stand behind that one too. Have you ever had like a dream and you're like, I dreamt it and then it happened?
Yeah. Or I have a dream that feels like real life.
I've had those.
I went to sleep. I dreamt about this person. I woke up to a phone call saying the person had passed.
Oh.
And so I don't know what that was, but it almost felt like this.
Yeah.
The data supporting this prophet-like mentality is mild, but people who remember their dreams more frequently report rates of déjà vu on a more likely basis. And it's impossible to definitely prove unless you record every dream you've ever had, which no one's ever done.
No.
That's impossible.
Well, I'm just thinking, because you know how sometimes I say, oh, when you look at pictures of happiness, certain parts of your brain light up. So I'm just wondering if like certain parts of your brain are lighting up, you can tell what somebody's dreaming.
Whoa.
I don't know. It's wondering.
I think data. It could be. Yeah.
You can turn it into...
Interesting.
Yeah. So like if I show you a picture of your house, your brain should... This is just my theories. I don't know if this is true, but your brain should theoretically light up in a certain way in your house, right? So then if you're dreaming about your house, it should be the exact same light up.
We have to add a few more theories onto this list. Well, the fifth one I was going to talk about that is not an actually theory. It's the time as a construct theory.
Okay.
So the idea that past present, and future are all happening simultaneously. And déjà vu is a moment of expanded consciousness where you briefly perceive more than one point in time at once.
Wow.
There's no evidence, though, for this.
Yeah.
No framework to test it. But all of these theories share the same core question.
Okay.
How does our brain construct what we experience as quote unquote real? And what happens when that construction has a hiccup? Professor Mulan
So we
said,
got more professors.
there's a lot of professors, lots of
God,
theorists.
we're name dropping today.
Valid source. This is what he says. Déjà vu is a reminder that our perceptual and cognitive systems don't always run smoothly.
Mm-hmm.
It's a brief window into how constructed our experience actually is. We talked about a lot of different theories in this episode. We didn't even get to most of them.
What?
Which,
so you picked your favorites?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you added in some new theories.
Oh my God, I
here.
did. I created more.
Yeah. Apparently there's over 40 theories. Yeah. And no single model is universally agreed upon, which makes sense.
So it's a mystery. This is literally a mystery.
Yeah. Which, when will we ever find out what exactly it is? Will we ever figure it out? But there is something that is opposite of déjà vu, like you had mentioned.
Oh.
And it's called Pamus vu, which something deeply familiar suddenly feels completely foreign. This is kind of like, have you ever written a word multiple times and then on the fifth time you're writing it, it just doesn't look correct anymore? It doesn't even look like a word.
You know, that happens to me with Chick-fil-A, which is a Mandela effect. Wow. You took us everywhere.
And there's a ton of philosophers, scientists.
You took us to a bunch of scientific stuff, and then you took us to conspiracy theories, and it all makes sense.
It does.
It all makes sense.
Peace.
And that is a wrap on another episode of Valid Source.
Valid source?
Valid Source. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. It means the world to us.
If something we said made you go, wait, what?
What?
Share this episode. Send it to a friend. Drop it in a group chat. That's honestly the best thing you can do for us right now. Check our link tree below. You can find us on social media, our website, and if you want to submit a topic for us to research, there's even a link for that too. We want your weird, your wild, and your crazy conspiracies. I'm Harley.
And I'm Ashley.
You were thinking it, we said it.
See you in 2 weeks.